We had to sing the song like 4 times. Because we kept getting more and more guys into the locker room.
All right, pleased to be joined by the national champion, North Dakota State Bison. Closest to me, head coach Chris Kleiman. And then the student athletes, Easton Stick, Darius Shepard, and Levi Jordheim. We'll start with an opening statement from head coach Kleiman, followed by questions for the student athletes. We'll dismiss the student athletes and then have questions for Coach Kleiman after that. So, Coach Kleiman,
you bet.
please lead us off.
Obviously, we're really thrilled and excited about the win today. I knew it was going to be extremely hard, and I knew our guys knew that as well. Eastern Washington had nothing to lose, and they were a really good football team. And the game was back and forth. We were able to make a few more plays in the second half. The time of possession was huge, and we were able to control the football and control the clock. Give them credit. They made some plays on us, and we missed some opportunities as well, both sides of the ball. But couldn't be more proud of these 24 seniors. We talked in July when we were over at Father Meyer's house for a little dinner that this was one of the goals. And we didn't say it publicly, but every one of those guys that was with me that day would have said, we want it to be perfect this year. And we knew it was going to be hard, but if we attacked every day and held each other to the high standard that we all expect, we could do that. And I'm telling you, there wasn't one week where I just said, man, we just weren't ready to play. And you guys can see our schedule. We were ready to play every week, and that's hard in college football. Every week to answer the bell is hard in college football, especially when you've played as many games as we have. And those guys answer the bell every stinking week. So proud of these guys. They know how much I love them. I was a senior today as well. I got to go out with these guys, so appreciate the heck out of them.
Coach, thank you. We have 2 microphones around the room. Megan to the near side here, Josh to the far side, and we'll start in front.
Eric Peterson for newspaper. This is for Levi. I just talk about the fumble, strip sack that Stanley Jones, the play he made at the start of the third quarter, and how key you feel that was.
I mean, that was obviously we talk about momentum, game of momentum for the Bison, and Stan came up big for us off the edge and saw the ball pop out and he hopped on it, and that was an incredible play by him.
Over to the left, second row.
Craig Haley from Stats. For the players, as seniors, Coach just mentioned about wanting to be perfect this year. Can you talk about that goal and what it means to you when you're going to be looking back on a 15-0 season?
It's pretty special. There's some crazy expectations at this program, and we wouldn't want it any other way. It's unbelievable what's been created and what's been upheld. And there's 24 of us and coach and sat together and knew what we were capable of, and it hasn't been done very often, but we wanted to raise the bar and do it better than it's ever been done, and we tried to do that, and it feels good ending it this way.
That was Easton. Let's have Darius field that as well.
Just a daily pursuit of greatness, and it's been a long season, 15 weeks to get to this point, and our guys have battled, week after week, and just get to this point, it's an incredible feeling, and we're happy to go on top.
Levi, do you have a follow-up?
You got to just take it one day at a time. I mean, if you look at the big picture, it's January 10th of last year, and we say we're going to win a national championship. I mean, how do you do that in one day? You don't. It's one day at a time, and our guys did that, and it's been a good ride.
Right in the middle in the front.
Ross Uglum, 24/7 Sports. Easton and Darius, the bomb down the sideline, is that something that you guys have called or have run earlier this season? And how long were you kind of setting that one up?
Yeah, we've ran a similar naked concept to that a bunch throughout the year, throughout the last couple years, and we actually ran it in the first couple drives earlier in the game, and Chef did a great job setting them up, and was calling for it on the sidelines after we did it, and Coach Mess did a good job getting to it. We protected it. Guys sold it well up front on the run fake, and then 20 did the rest.
Just a great play call by Coach Mess. The O-line did an unbelievable job holding up for protection, and Easton threw a beautiful pass and just catching a run after that. But just a great job by the coaching staff getting to that play.
Right here in front to the left.
Go back and forth. Easton, what is it about you and Darius this year that just connected?
Well, I think the biggest thing is you see how hard he works and how much time he puts into it. So how do you not trust a guy that is more prepared than anyone he could possibly possibly be going against. He's one of the hardest working guys I've been around, and has been a great teammate, great friend, and mentor for a lot of guys in that locker room. And we've been fortunate to have him on our team these last 4.5 years, and there's nobody better.
Go back to the front.
Eric Peterson from Forum for all the players. 7 championships in 8 seasons. The first FCS team to have 7 championships, one more than Georgia Southern. What does that mean for this group?
Levi, you can start.
I mean, that just speaks to the tradition and culture that's been established here in North Dakota State, and that didn't start in 2011. I mean, that started way back. We talk about it all the time in the 60s, and we had the alumni, former players come out yesterday, and they talked about Bison Pride, and just it's crazy how that hasn't changed at all. And as players, former players, now we just look to continue that tradition.
Darius?
I know just as a senior group and with Coach Kleiman, we wanted to leave our legacy, and it's just a special feeling to add to that tradition that we'll always be able to talk about, that, you know, we won a championship in 2018.
And Easton.
Yeah, Levi hit it. There's just an unbelievable foundation, and we have great support from alumni and former players, guys that were doing the same things we were doing, and just working hard and having that blue-collar work ethic, and just go to work every single day. And yesterday was a great example of it. When you got 200, 300 former players out there, how could you not be motivated to play? And so it's just been an honor to be a part of this program.
Second row, far left.
Easton, Stephen Hawkins with the AP. I know you've talked about it being a team thing, and obviously it is, but as a quarterback, the winningest quarterback in FCS history, you've got all these records. You followed Carson. You've got multiple championships. What does it mean? How do you put it in words right now? And if it wasn't for Carson coming back as a freshman, or your freshman year, you might have had 3 titles.
Yeah, what the heck, Coach? Yeah. Screwed that up.
We'll get a hold of him tomorrow.
Yeah, trust me, he knows. This place is special, and quarterback's a unique position in the fact that you're only as good as who you're surrounded with, and that position more than anything. And so I've just been so fortunate, one, to be healthy, but 2, to just be around great people in the administration, in the community. We have unbelievable support, and shoot, it's just been an honor being part of the locker room here and the culture here the last 4 or 5 years, and so thankful for every guy I've played with, because you know, as a freshman, you come in and you just want to be a part of it and learn where you fit in, and along the way, man, you learn what Bison Pride really means, and it's just been an absolute honor to wear green and gold, and it's been unbelievable.
In front here with Dom.
Dom Izzo, WDAY. Easton, the 2013 team told me they openly talked about going unbeaten. Did you guys have that conversation about an unbeaten season in 2018?
Yeah, and I think Coach said it. You know, we sat down as seniors with Coach in July and said, why can't we be the greatest ever? Why can't we be perfect? And I'm not saying we're the greatest ever, but we worked and we tried to put ourselves in this position, and to go 15-0 and win another national championship is really hard to do. And these guys hit on it. It was a one day at a time, and Coach talked about stacking good days on good days, and we didn't have very many bad days at all. And that's a credit to the senior class. It's a credit to the coaching staff, but it's also a credit to the underclassmen, and that's why this place is going to be special for a long time.
Second row in the middle.
JD Moore, Sirius XM. Question for all 3 of you guys. North Dakota State, 7 championships. You won several under Craig Bull. You won several under Coach Kleiman. Is Matt Entz going to be the next one to bring you even more championships in the future?
Kiss and say what you want. You're all seniors. Come on, Levi, get him going.
I mean, being under Coach Entz's position, Coach, he's an incredible guy, and he just has so much passion for the program and passion for the players, and I think that's really special, and I think that's why, I mean, he was named head coach, is because Mr. Larson saw what he can do and capable of, and what he is, I mean, he's dead set on doing, and he's going to keep this thing rolling.
Yeah, I agree. I believe Coach Entz can come in and do an incredible job. We talk about next man up. That's not just for players, it's for coaches as well, and he's going to do a phenomenal job, and those who stay will be champions, so I'm excited to see what Coach Entz does with the program.
Yeah, he's an unbelievable man, an unbelievable coach, and it's been an honor getting to know him and his family, and yeah, he's a Bison through and through. He understands what it takes, and he's been a great role model and coach for our program. And there's no doubt he's going to continue to do it the right way, and he'll surround himself with good people, and he's got a good locker room. It'll be exciting to watch those guys.
And that was Levi, followed by Darius, then Easton back in front.
Mike McFeely from the Forum. Easton, Chris talked about, he's graduating too, and he's moving on. Can you talk a little bit about your relationship with Coach Kleiman over the years? A lot of football, obviously the personal connection too. Just can you touch on that a little bit for us?
Yeah, he's an unbelievable coach. One of the smartest people I've been around when you talk about football. He would come down and spend time with me during the week the last couple years, and sometimes it was for 15 minutes, sometimes it was an hour and a half, but he took time out of his day to help me prepare, and sometimes I would learn more football, than I could remember just in a 15-minute period. And so he's been a great coach, but I think more importantly, he's a father to all of us, a great role model, and does things the right way, and just really thankful for him giving all of us the opportunity to be a part of this place, and for him allowing us to get to know his family and be a part of his family, and forever indebted to him for what he's done for all of us, and we love him.
A couple more for the student athletes back in front.
Ross Hugglin, 24/7 Sports Beat for all three of you guys. It'd be a little ridiculous to ask you to reflect. I mean, the season's an hour, from having been over. But what is your message kind of to the guys that will be, behind you, the underclassmen, and how excited are you guys to be now a part of this Bison family and the Bison alumni that show up at that practice and have fun with the whole thing?
Darius, you can lead us off on that question.
I think for the young guys, just keep attacking. They know that they know what they have to do next year in order to be great. But I'm excited for them, and they've done a great job, and I'm looking forward to see what these underclassmen do next year.
Levi?
I mean, that was us last year. Same situation, new group of guys, and North Dakota State recruits excellent people as long as players, and I think that's part of the formula for success here.
Easton?
Yeah, Levi hit it. There's great people in that locker room. There's a great junior class full of leaders that led this year, and it's going to be fun and exciting watching them and seeing them grow and step up. It's just been an honor to play with those guys.
Third row in the middle.
Evan Giddings, Amelin under the flag. This is for the players. I'm sure there's emotions that you guys feel when you put that jersey on for the last time, and you've talked about wearing the green and gold. I was just wondering if you could try and articulate what you think you'll feel when you take it off for the final time.
These 5 years have been really special. Fargo's like a second home to me, and Bison Nation's embraced all of us. And just being around these coaches and the players for 5 years, I'll never forget this place. And I love it, and I'm a Bison through and through. So once I take this uniform off, it's going to be real emotional. But I look forward to coming back as an alumni and just seeing this place continue to have success.
That was Darius. Easton, why don't you take that question as well?
It'll be emotional, but I know we're all proud as heck to represent this program and to be a Bison. Once a Bison, always a Bison, and just really, really thankful that we all had the opportunity to be a part of this thing, because it's a special place, and it'll be tough taking it off for the last time, but excited to follow those guys and cheer them on.
Levi?
I think they hit it right on the head. I mean, once a Bison, always a Bison, Bison through and through. It sounds cliche, but it's true. It is what it is.
Okay. One more for the student athletes. Back in front to Jeff.
Jeff Kopak. Easton, was comparing yourself to 2013 part of the equation this year at all as a team?
No, it was about us and what we could control and what we could do. And we had a great senior class, and obviously there's a lot of things similar in the fact, senior classes and size-wise and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it was about us and what we could control. And Coach put together a really good plan for us, and then we knew the process and just took it one day at a time. And it was hard, it was challenging, but just thankful that we went through it together and finished the right way.
Man, thank you very much. Congratulations. We'll let you guys go. And Coach Kleiman, you're next, actually. Get some hugs in, but then we need you back.
Love you. Thank you. Love you, buddy. Love you.
questions for head coach Chris Kleiman. Start in the front on the far right there, Coach.
Did the movie end the right way with Easton running to the end zone and you holding up the trophy?
Yeah, it really did. It was a special journey, and to go out on top with these guys over the last few weeks, knowing it was going to be my last opportunity for a couple of games, and to have Easton put it on his shoulders in the semifinal game, and then championship game for us to play a really good football team and play really well. Yeah, 15-0, end it with a national championship. Boy, doesn't end any better than that. The story is complete.
In the middle.
Keith Albertson, KVRR. Coach, are you glad that Easton ran it into the end zone instead of sliding down inside the 5?
Yeah, he and I talked about it afterwards and stuff. He was going to score a touchdown. I don't blame him. Get in the end zone, and I know the right thing to do maybe would be to slide and stuff, but we were in pretty good shape, and I thought we'd stop him, but he was probably too dang tired to fall down anyway. He just wanted to finish the journey there.
Back in front. Dom.
Dom Izzo, WDAY. Chris, I asked you this last year about tying Georgia Southern. Now you passed them in 8 years to have the most national championships. What's that mean to you?
Wow, that's pretty remarkable. I know those Georgia Southern teams well, and they were a dynasty for a number of years, and this has been an absolute dynasty, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts. This is, I think, the greatest run in college football. It's so cool that I've been a part of it, and been part of as assistant, as a coordinator, and a head coach, and just truly blessed. Came to Fargo 8 years ago, took a chance with my family to come to Fargo, didn't know much about, other than they had great tradition, great football tradition, and knew it because of Daryl Mudra, knew it because of Ardell Wiegand, and it was a pretty good move for me after 8 years.
On the right-hand side.
Nolan Schmidt, Bison Illustrated. Chris, you clearly got emotional when Easton was talking about the impact that you've had on him and the other seniors. Can you talk about a little bit the impact that they've had on you?
Yeah, I spend so much time with these guys, and this is, we talk about it all the time. This is really hard to do. Going undefeated, being around them as much as we are, answering the bell every week, not having a poor day, not having a poor Saturday. Everybody thinks that it's just an easy process, and it's not. And you attack the process every day. I spend a ton of time with Easton. I was in all 3 of these guys' homes, visiting with their parents, and told them that I would take care of them, and they've taken care of me. I've been so blessed to be a part of this program, and they've done way more for me than I'll ever do for them. But I'll be forever indebted to those guys, and they know how to get a hold of me.
Ross Uglin, Bison Report. Chris, how kind of cool is it for you to hand the program off to a friend, somebody that you hired and brought here, and what can the fan base kind of expect from Matt Entz?
The culture is not going to change. Matt's one of my closest friends. When I was able to get the head job here in 2013, going into 2014, it was the first phone call I made, and I wanted Matt to join me because I know what kind of person he is. I knew he was a really good football coach, but coaching football is one thing. Being a great role model, being a great mentor, being able to lead young men is more important than X's and O's, and he's that. And I'm so happy for Matt. Matt's the program's in great hands, guys. The culture is established. We kind of passed the torch from the seniors to the juniors just now in the locker room. It's going to be hard. We know that. Shoot, this was hard this year. The program's in great shape. Matt Entz and Matt and I are going to continue to talk on a weekly basis. I know we will, and I'm so excited for Matt, Brendan, and the kids because he's earned the opportunity.
Eric Peterson from the Forum. Look back over 8 years as an assistant head coach, 112-8. Do you still marvel at that? And then when Easton broke free on that last touchdown, did parts of your career flash back, or what was kind of going through your mind?
No, but you say 112-8. I mean, holy cow! I mean, that's something that movies are made out of, and dreams are made of, and books are written about. It's 112 wins and 8 losses and 7 national championships. I pinch myself every day, and we were able to win 7 out of 8, And lo and behold, if we'd only won 6 out of 8, how much ridicule we'd had because we'd only gotten 6 national championships, but 7 out of 8. And the one year we didn't win it, we beat Iowa at Kinnick Stadium when they were ranked 12th. That was still a pretty good year and getting beat in the semifinals. Not everybody thinks that. I learned that at Hornbacher's one day, but it was still a pretty good year.
Back in front to Jeff.
Chris, Shepard had 1 touchdown last year. That's it.
How about that?
What changed this year with him and Easton?
I'm just remember all the time going in June and July and going to work out and seeing those 2 guys on Dakota Field or out on our practice fields, always getting together, always throwing, always working timing routes, always being around each other. Both of them are graduates. So it was great because I'd see Shep down with Easton when I'd go down there and visit with Easton during the week. Shep would be down there, and those 2 were just so much in sync. They're roommates, they're best friends. They were so in sync, and I knew that he was going to have a breakout year. And I told the guys, I think on ESPN, I thought if they pressured us, that he'd have 10 receptions for 250 yards, and it was half that. He had 5 for 125 and 2 scores.
On the right-hand side.
JD Moore, Sirius XM. Coach, I know you're a head coach of 2 programs for a couple more hours.
Yep.
But why was it so important to you to finish the job here at North Dakota State before fully going on at Kansas State?
Well, I think it was important to the seniors first. I think it was really important to our administration here, led by Matt Larson, that he wanted me to finish this journey. And I think it was really important to Gene Taylor at Kansas State that we were able to finish this journey because Gene was a part of it in 2013. And you can't quit on those guys with a few weeks left. They've given me everything for 4 and 5 years. And I so appreciate our administration at North Dakota State getting together with Kansas State and saying, hey, let's make this work. And the guys were going to have it no other way. We talked, and Easton said it, I think, on Friday. I was transparent with those guys from the start, and I think that probably helped the situation. But I was not going to go out without going out with these guys.
Eric.
Peterson Forum newspaper. Just talk about the Stanley Jones play when it was kind of a little back and forth there in the 3rd quarter. How big was that, and is it more significant when a kid who played at a North Dakota high school makes a play like that?
Well, it absolutely is when a kid from North Dakota makes a play because it's an under-recruited state, and there's some great football players in North Dakota. But to have the sequence of us getting a big turnover and then us turning it back over to flip the momentum again, because they had momentum going into halftime. We took the momentum right back and then gave it back to them again. And then Stanley makes a great play. It was, you don't see that very often, 3 turnovers that quickly, but and then we were able to capitalize on it with a great play that I think Easton hit Shep on that. That was a big time play by Stanley, and really happy for all those guys, especially. It was really cool for those kids from North Dakota.
Jeff.
Chris, your starting fullback wasn't in the game today. What happened there?
Yeah, unfortunately, and we love Brock. Brock failed an NCAA drug test after the semifinal game for a banned stimulant, and we went with the appeal all the way till Thursday. The appeal was denied, and so he was ineligible to play the football game. And feel awful for Brock. Everybody in that locker room loves Brock. Brock was a part of this national championship, and that's what happened.
I assume the ESPN ratings were a little bit higher today in Kansas. What do you say? What's your message to the folks who are watching the Bison today down in Kansas?
Well, thank you so much for the support, and thank those players that I'm about ready to go start another journey with. They put some pretty cool stuff out on social media. Excited about the challenge ahead. It was cool to be able to wrap this up here with these guys and do it the right way, but I know there's a lot of people in North Dakota that are going to be fans of Kansas State, and there's a ton of people in Kansas that are fans of North Dakota State, and it's really neat how both institutions came together.
Time for a few more.
Chris, what was Bruce's status? Was that a game time deal, and when did you make the decision he couldn't play?
Well, we knew it was going to be really tight, and it didn't respond as well Monday, Tuesday of this week, but he still wanted to give it a go. And we were able to dress a few more guys, and so we warmed him up, and he and I talked, and we used him as a play and a decoy because I want him to play in the national championship game. But Bruce is also a very much a team guy and said, you know what, let's give it to those guys. Let's give it to Lance and Ty, Seth, because I can't go. And so I appreciate that. Levi did that last year with Chris Board. We thought Levi would be able to play, and he said, I can't go. Chris is better right now. And Bruce did the same thing. Gave it a little go on warm-ups and said it just wasn't responding, and that's a team guy.
That was a torn UCL. He tore it for Lance Dunn.
Yeah, I think those are typically 6 to 8 weeks, something, and he was back in 4. And, how happy are you for Lance Dunn? For starters, he's from my hometown in Waterloo, Iowa, and to have a championship game taken away the year before, even though he played a little bit, he was 70%, and then to think he was going to have it taken away again, he was not going to be denied. And when we came back after the semifinal game, and he started practicing a little bit, and he just started getting better and better. Then we took 4 days off. Boy, he was locked in, and he was a difference maker today.
What's going on in your mind when you've got the trophy in front of you and thousands of Bison fans chanting, "Thank you, Kleiman"?
It's really special, obviously. I love the fan base here. They travel in droves, no matter where we're playing. Frisco, especially, it was so cool because we had to have 20,000 people out there, and I know there was a bunch probably in the tailgate lots too. It was really special, really cool, something I'll never forget. And then the BFPA, the Bison Football Players Association, made me an honorary member, gave me a hat, gave me a lanyard, and told me once a Bison, always a Bison. And I'm not even a graduate of NDSU, but I'm a part of the BFPA, and I'm sure that Sean Fredericks will send me an invoice, and I'll be happy to send him a check.
Chris, you were in attendance last night for the Walter Payton Award, and right here, sorry.
Yep.
You were in attendance last night at the banquet, and obviously you saw where the award went. How happy were you for Easton today to have the game that he did, especially concluding it in that fashion?
Yeah, he was one of the best players in college football, and I thought he should have won the award, but I'm not a voter in the award. But anybody that wins 49 times over a career is the best player in college football at the FCS level, and that's my opinion. That's a hands-down no-brainer to me. Happy for the guys that were also honored for whatever position, but you got to realize I'm pretty biased on that too with my own guy.
I don't see your favorite reporter in here today, Coach, but we'll let Jeff, maybe he's your second favorite, wrap us up.
Thanks for the book plug, by the way.
Yeah, are you going to do another one?
Tully not playing, did that affect your play calling at all?
I don't believe so. I think it was one of those. We talked about it on Friday. Was it going to be a depth issue? It would have helped him as far as getting some more reps and spreading the repetitions out. But I don't think we changed anything. In fact, I know we didn't change anything with our game plan.
Coach, thank you very much. To put it lightly, job well done.
Thank you. People of Fargo, thank you so much. It's been a great run. All of you guys that have covered me for the last 5 years for sure, and 8 years. Appreciate you guys challenging the heck out of me. Moving forward, I'll do anything for you. I don't know when I'll give you my number. Might be a little bit, but thank you. You guys are the reason why NDSU is on the map all the time, and your coverage of North Dakota State football, and you guys know, is really special. And so I can't thank you guys enough. Now, get yourselves down to Manhattan and watch us play. Appreciate it. Thanks, everybody.